Unlocking your potential isn't about chasing more money, time, or possessions. It's about 7 minutes a day. Sounds crazy, right? But what if I told you there's a simple, proven method to transform your health and finances without changing a thing? Close your eyes, don't move, don't adjust your breath, just close your eyes and listen to my voice. You'll stay aware, alert, yet deeply relaxed. This in-between space, that liminal zone between control and surrender, is where we begin to shift what seems unshakable: your body, your emotions, your reality. Feel a lightness? Some resistance is normal. Most of us are wired for constant tension. Relaxation feels like a luxury, not a birthright. When did you last feel true peace? Not a fleeting reprieve, but deep, internal stillness. If you're like most people, you wake up tired. You carry extra weight, physical aches, that familiar knot in your stomach, a persistent sense of overwhelm. But here's the thing, this isn't human nature. It's common, yes, but not natural. Your body wasn't designed for chronic stress. It thrives on harmony. As you listen, your body calms, thoughts flow freely. Something shifts, your vibrational frequency changes. Your energy, always present but blocked, starts circulating. Feel a tingle in your fingers, warmth in your stomach? That's your energy field realigning. You don't need miracle cures or secret formulas. You need guided silence. That's what we're doing. The right kind of silence, guided by the right intention, can undo years of neglect and self-criticism. I know this firsthand. Before transforming my life, I was a wreck. Poor diet, erratic sleep, and constant, nagging malaise. My body mirrored my mind, heavy, confused, directionless. The pain wasn't just physical, it seeped into my dreams. Physical pain becomes a stark reminder of the emotional pain we repress. That's when I started what I'm sharing with you. 7 minutes a day. Nothing more, but with focus, with complete surrender. It began to heal me from the inside out. 7 minutes might seem insignificant, but how many minutes do you spend daily worrying, feeling insecure, dwelling on potential disasters? If you can do that effortlessly, you can dedicate 7 minutes to your healing. It's not about the time, it's about the emotional frequency you emit. Fear shrinks your immune system. Guilt tenses your body. Peace, your organs hum, your heart rate slows, your nervous system shifts from survival to regeneration. And the best part, you can do this anywhere. On your commute, during your lunch break, before bed, even in your car for 5 minutes of mindful breathing. University of Wisconsin research shows that consistent, even short-term meditation reduces inflammation and cardiovascular disease risk. This isn't some spiritual belief, it's science. You don't need to understand how it works, just let it work. How will you know? Time slows. You feel an unfamiliar serenity, a sense of safety without external reason. Healing starts when you feel good, before external changes. You're not escaping reality. You're creating a new one from within. Breathe deeply. Be present. Nothing else matters right now. Your body is absorbing every word. Pain is dissolving. Fear is receding. Tension is melting away. You're not asleep, but you're not fully awake either. You're in a new state of consciousness, and you can return to it whenever you need. You always had control of your vibration, your health. Imagine we're in an elevator, descending together, floor by floor, from the 10th to the ground. With each floor, your mind deepens, your body relaxes, your breath slows. Everything aligns with something you may have forgotten existed, an inner space where anything is possible. The elevator stops, the doors open. You're in what I call the imagination room. It's a mental space, yet more real than anything you see with your eyes open, because everything outside started here inside. Look around. Nothing is ordinary. The colors, shapes, sounds, all personalized for you. This isn't fantasy, it's creation. The imagination room is where you dream without limits, without judgment. Reality takes shape here before manifesting physically. When was the last time you dreamed without self-sabotage? Most people, visualizing something positive, Immediately counter with negative thoughts. It's not for me. It's impossible. It's too late. You close the door to your imagination room, lock out the space where miracles begin. Not this time. Visualize your ideal life as if it's already happening. Don't just visualize, feel it. The body you want, the energy you want to wake up with, the bank account you've chosen, the places you want to see, the people you want by your side. Visualize it clearly, as if watching through a window. Feel it. What does it feel like? Not as a future event, but now. Your brain doesn't distinguish between vividly imagined feelings and lived experience. It registers it as real, changing patterns, reconfiguring chemistry, preparing your body and mind to make it inevitable. When I first discovered this, I was desperate. I had nothing. No education, no plan, no confidence, just a book, Think and Grow Rich, and a burning desire for change. Every day I visualized financial success more than I thought possible. I saw myself teaching, inspiring, traveling. I was cleaning offices, but in my mind I was an entrepreneur, prosperous, free. The physical world began to adjust. I quit my firefighting job, started a cleaning business, and made over $100,000 in my first year, 1960s dollars, millions today, adjusted for inflation. It wasn't magic, it was a mindset shift. People said I was lucky. It wasn't luck, it was an internal decision, a daily image held with faith, clarity, and persistence. What do you visualize daily? Problems, debt, rejection, failure. Don't be surprised if that's what manifests. Change the image. Everything changes. Jim Carrey wrote himself a $10 million check, dated 5 years in the future, kept it in his wallet, looked at it daily, visualizing receiving that amount for a film. Years later, he earned it for Dumb and Dumber. Thousands live the opposite. Talented, intelligent people with opportunities, yet they project failure, saying, "It never works for me. I can't. I don't deserve it." The universe says, "Okay." Positive thinking isn't enough. You need clear, emotional, consistent visualization, a daily ritual. In the imagination room, you plant your future. Nobody can stop you from entering. Age, past, finances, history, irrelevant. When you close your eyes, you hold the key to creation. For the next 7 days, spend 7 minutes daily in that room. Use a timer. Visualize your ideal life like a movie. You're the star. See it, feel it, live it. Something will shift. You already know this. Imagine my hands on your shoulders. You feel it. Energy flows through your head, cell by cell, molecule by molecule. Warm, light, intense, yet gentle. Feel it moving down your spine, activating your glands, renewing your tissues, awakening something dormant. Most seek help only when something hurts, when the body collapses, when tests reveal problems. True prevention starts with vibration, with energy, with you allowing that flow to run through you. Every cell has memory. It holds stress, fear, sadness, guilt. But it also remembers healing, peace, lightness, love. What has your body felt lately? If it could speak, what would it say? Overwhelmed, tense, exhausted, neck pain, sudden migraines, stomach upset before tough conversations? This is communication. Your body talks to you constantly, and right now it's listening. After a circular saw accident nearly amputated my thumb, something broke, not just the finger, but confidence, purpose, future. I felt phantom pain, but it was emotional. A constant reminder of failure, of being less of a prematurely ended story. I reconnected with my energy. I closed my eyes, visualized light, imagined my cells filling with invisible force. The pain lessened, anguish faded, and the healing extended beyond my thumb. Science calls this cardiac and cerebral coherence, a proven physiological state where mind and body work in harmony. The HeartMath Institute showed individuals accessing this state frequently recover faster from illness and increase immunoglobulin A production. You don't need the technical terms. Your body wants to heal. Let it. Stop fighting it. Trust it. Nourish it with the right frequency. Each breath you take as you listen, you tell your body, "It's okay. We can return to balance." You tell your muscles, You don't have to carry this weight. You tell your organs, you can function as designed. You tell your mind, we don't have to survive anymore, we can live. The energy you feel isn't coming from me. It's flowing through me into you because you allowed it, because you made space. Feel it? A gentle warmth, like each cell waking from a deep sleep saying, thank you for remembering me. You don't need to wait for a breakdown. You can start now. Repeat this daily, even for a few minutes. Something will change. You'll wake lighter, notice chronic pain easing, anxiety disappearing. You'll remember how pleasurable it is to inhabit your body instead of fearing it. True health isn't the absence of disease. It's energy in motion, flow, consciousness, wholeness. Stay with me. Feel the warmth in your shoulders, your heart slowing, a smile forming. You're not just relaxing, you're healing. Imagine a coin in your hand. Two sides. One side is ears, environment, the external world, what everyone sees, comments on, thinks. Average thinking, collective consciousness, the usual perspective on money, work, life. The other side is G, grace, the creator, the source, the invisible yet infinitely powerful side, where the laws of the universe operate without noise, fear, or hurry. Intuition, abundance, the certainty that everything moves in your favor, even when you don't see it. Which side have you used to guide your life? If you're like most, you've been stuck on E, adapting, pleasing, controlling, surviving. You wake up, grab your phone, connect with problems. You turn on the news, bombarded with scarcity, violence, crisis. You go to work in an environment that repeats, things are tough, money is tight, be content with less. Your mind molds to that frequency, but your environment doesn't create your mind. Your mind creates your environment. Everything changes the moment you choose to flip the coin. On G, you don't need to strive for acceptance. You're enough. Money flows to you. Opportunities arise as if the universe carved a path. The only thing stopping you is believing the opposite. I was stuck on E, believing my lack of formal education, my lack of a degree, limited me. I thought money was for the connected, the lucky, the inherited. I acted as if it were true. The result? Life obeyed. Low pay, feeling trapped, always owing, always tired, always waiting for external rescue. What rescued me? An idea. Everything you need is already within you. I flipped the coin. I began living, thinking, acting, and vibrating from G, abundance. I stopped thinking like most and started thinking like masters. I stopped repeating scarcity narratives and began repeating feeling prosperity affirmations. I stopped seeing my bank account as a sentence and started seeing it as a temporary reflection of a transforming mind. The transformation came. How many times this past month did you say, it's too expensive? That's not for me, I can't afford it. Is that your reality or a reflection of the wrong side of the coin? What if you flipped it now? How do truly prosperous people, not just rich, but truly prosperous, speak, behave, and decide? They don't react to the world. They build their own world. Oprah Winfrey grew up in extreme poverty, suffered abuse, exclusion, violence, yet chose G. She used imagination, faith, connection to something greater, and transformed everything. Some choose this path. Others, with the same opportunities, stay on E. Mike Tyson, one of the greatest boxers, earned millions, yet never changed his mindset. He vibrated in scarcity, fear, anger, and lost everything. It's not about changing what you have. It's about changing who you are. A simple choice. Which side of the coin will you carry in your consciousness? You can keep justifying or start creating. Keep saying, I can't, or say, this is already mine. The universe doesn't respond to your desire. It responds to your vibration. When you vibrate as someone prosperous, worthy enough, everything reorganizes. You find paths where you saw obstacles, solutions where you saw problems. You attract people, ideas, circumstances, as if the world synchronized with you. The world didn't change, you did. Hold that coin mentally, feel G pressing your skin. Repeat silently, I choose to live in harmony with the universe's laws. I choose abundance. Unlock your potential. It starts with a single choice. Forget 1,000 empty promises. Finding your ideal frequency is the real game changer. It's the key that unlocks your unlimited potential, connecting your present self to the extraordinary person you're capable of becoming. When fear, doubt, guilt, or limitations creep in, remember this choice. It's a compass pointing you back to your true nature. You can't be unhealthy if you're vibrating with wellness. You can't be broke if your energy radiates abundance. You can't be lonely if you're attuned to love. It's not wishful thinking, it's fundamental, a subtle yet undeniable truth. Many believe reality is fixed, unchanging. What is. But reality is fluid, a mirror reflecting your inner essence, your life force. Your internal vibration shapes your thoughts, and your thoughts determine your experiences, shaping your hours, days, and years to come. The crucial question: are you consciously mastering this energy, or are you at its mercy? Most people react impulsively, unaware that negative emotional patterns, constant worry, resentment, self-pity, a sense of lack, create a vicious cycle of repetitive results. But what if you could shift your frequency? Not just mentally, but physically, emotionally, in your very breath, in your core being. This is your moment. Imagine activating a lighter vibration, aligned with your ideal self. Your body responds, your mind expands, and you feel it. A shift. Every time you reach this state, clarity, calm, purpose, you reprogram your life, rewrite your story, delete the files holding you back. And the most incredible part? You can access this state anytime, anywhere, stuck in traffic, in a long line. A single breath, a focused thought, can transport you back to that space of infinite possibilities. That's true freedom. External chaos fades into irrelevance. You know the path to your inner peace. With practice, it becomes second nature, until one day, you simply are what you once longed to be. Your vibration becomes your sanctuary, attracting well-being instead of illness, opportunities instead of obstacles, love instead of rejection. Not because you changed the world, but because you changed your frequency. Ever notice how things seem to flow when you're in love? Traffic moves, people smile, even the weather cooperates. It's not coincidence, it's resonance. You vibrate what you feel, and you attract what you vibrate. Imagine feeling that every day, waking up with that sense of wholeness, serenity, and unshakable conviction. It's achievable, and more than that, it's trainable. Neuroscience backs this up. Studies on neuroplasticity show that your brain forms new connections when positive emotional states are repeated. You transform, becoming more focused, creative, resilient, and prosperous. But none of this matters without dedication. So I urge you, listen to this message daily, not as a seeker of miracles, but as a cultivator, mindful of the future harvest. Gradually, you'll notice what once bothered you no longer does. Negative people drift away. Once inaccessible opportunities appear, and your life shifts from a constant struggle to a continuous flow. Vibrating at the right frequency, life responds precisely, offering exactly what you're ready to receive. You no longer chase. Life flows toward you. No more justifications, excessive effort, or need for validation. You simply are, and that's enough. Breathe in and receive. Receive all you've desired, all that's finally on its way. For the new to arrive, the old must depart. Release the urgency, the anxiety, the need for control. Trust the process. You're exactly where you need to be, and everything, absolutely everything, is transforming right now. Think of each thought as a seed, and your subconscious mind as fertile ground. How often have you watered the wrong seeds? Thoughts of scarcity, guilt, doubt, fear, repeated, unconscious, yet shaping your reality. What's blooming in your mental garden? Look at your finances, your health, your relationships. It reflects not who you truly are, but who you've been conditioned to be. The key is this: what you accept as truth becomes your reality. But nothing is immutable. It all begins with a choice. Not a superficial decision, but a profound one that transforms your posture, your perspective, your vibration. The choice to not be a prisoner of the past, to break free from generational patterns, to refuse to carry other people's burdens. Have you ever heard, "That's just the way it is, things have always been tough"? How many times have you repeated that yourself? I heard it constantly growing up. in the firehouse, over rushed breakfasts, amongst exhausted colleagues. You can't get rich honestly. Life's a grind. Poor people stay poor. Had I continued accepting that, where would I be? Probably still struggling, complaining, believing success was a lottery. But one day, I made a choice. I refused to repeat the programming I'd been given, and everything changed. I started observing my thoughts like a gardener tending their plot. I weeded out the negative self-talk, those phrases that popped up when something good happened, and planted new seeds, thoughts of deservingness, abundance, healing, freedom. At first it felt strange, like watering the invisible, but in time the first seedlings sprouted, and even more than results came peace. You can't imagine the power of saying, "I refuse to live on autopilot." Saying it with conviction activates a dormant force, changes your energetic signature, and the world reacts differently. It's not coincidence, it's congruence. It applies to everything: money, health, relationships, opportunities. Keep believing in luck or accept that everything depends on what you nurture emotionally. Research from Stanford University shows that people with a growth mindset are 4 times more likely to achieve financial and emotional goals than those with a fixed mindset. The only difference? A choice. So I invite you to make a choice. Not just to listen, but to consciously choose one limiting belief you're ready to release. Money is hard to come by. My body is flawed. I'll never be truly loved. Pick one. Take a deep breath and let it go. Release that belief like dark smoke carried away on the wind. Plant a new seed. Repeat after me silently or aloud. I am the creator of my transformation. From today, I cultivate only what I want to harvest. This is the beginning of the shift. No need to wait for Monday, a new paycheck, or a new year. It starts now with a choice, a new idea, a new pattern. That choice, however small it may seem, transforms everything. Where there's a new seed, a new life waits to blossom. Your external reality will never exceed your internal vibration. Everything transforms when you transform within. You don't need to control the world, just your frequency. And the best part, it's in your hands. If this message resonated with you, the transformation has already begun. To continue this journey, move forward. The next video on your screen will take you to a new level of understanding, making you a little wiser, stronger, more aligned with your true self. Thank you for being here. I'll see you there.